But you know what I'm saying? They go all the bow. What's going on? This is Sean Go Ray, aka Real Deal Ray. Welcome to the Fire Signs edition of the Spring Psychic Forecast for 2023. Your Spring Psychic Forecast. Okay, so we're dealing with the creme de la creme here. The Sagittarius. Okay, this is for all my Saggies out there. Before we get into that, this video is brought to you by the Master Your Magic workshop taking place on the 25th. It's a live workshop. At the end, there's also going to be Q&A. So if you've noticed that you've had problems, manifesting, materializing certain things, maybe some of your spells always seem to kerplunk, okay, or you can't seem to break certain ceilings as far as your magic goes, this is the workshop that's going to allow you, if you use the information, which is so fucking simple, a chimpanzee could use it. If you use this information, I guarantee you, your magic is going to go levels and levels and levels beyond what you thought it could, okay? You're going to change and evolve right along with your magic. Trust me, all right? So this workshop goes down on the 25th, all right? And we also have a spring equinox wealth, money, and luck ritual on the 20th, which is Monday, okay? Right now, it's like early Sunday morning. So we only have about 24 hours left, okay? Because the spring equinox ritual, I'm actually doing it with you and for you, okay? How about this? We get the energy right. We set the energy right. This is nature's new year. This is the time to really plant your seed. This is the time of fertility. If you really want your shit to bang correctly, then this is the time, okay? Align yourself with nature and you will see your intentions and your goals begin to manifest like popcorn, pop, 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 pop. And you're going to notice the changes in yourself, which is the most important thing, all right? But link is in the description for that. Let's get to your psychic forecast. But before we do that, I'm going to see where some of you Sagittariuses are coming from. Where are you coming out of? Because winter is over. Thank God. Even though this has been a weird winter. This has been a strange winter, I gotta say. Very strange. So winter is ending. And here is the beginning of a new year. Nature's new year. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Because, if I can tell you where you've been, I can tell you where you're going. All right. So Sagittarius, what do we got? Oh, interesting. Okay. Some of you Sagittariuses have had quite the emotional time. All right. There's some traumas also. I feel like some of you Sagittariuses have been, having to come face to face with certain emotional traumas that have been hanging around with you for quite some time. Okay. Some of you haven't really dealt with them. You've kind of just, practiced escapism. But the ones of you who have actually faced these things, and these are from relationships, okay? These are from relationships. Speaking of relationships, some of you Sagittariuses have been dealing with Splitsville, okay? And then we have this, the Four of Spades. Yeah, some of you haven't, I'm surprised actually, kind of disappointed. Some of you haven't been embracing your healing and stuff like that, both mentally, physically, emotionally. Okay. Also, some of you are coming out of some, like the work or your career has made changes that's just not as stable, I guess you could say, as you'd like to. But yeah, some of you have been, you've been cheating yourselves out of the rest, recovery, that stuff. Hold on here. Look at that. For the Seven of Hearts, I'm getting Seven of Clubs. So, you guys decided, hey, I'm going to start to change my beliefs about myself. I'm going to choose to believe something different because, you know, I notice I keep kind of going through the same shit. And I know if I don't change, shit ain't going to change. If anything, it's just going to keep getting worse. 10 of diamonds. Some of you might have even done actually well financially, or some of your plans for finances. And here's that Lover's card. So that's letting me know that some of you, and you know, sometimes you'd be surprised, like sometimes how much a relationship can take out of you. You may not even go through the full effect, like right after the breakup, maybe not even a year after the breakup, but there's certain things that went with a particular relationship that come up maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years later. It depends, because if you don't ever deal with it, it's not going away. It may subside for a little bit, but it's not going away. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of that with you. I feel like in some ways, some of you Saggies are dealing with a relationship. How can I say it? They took a piece out of you. Took a piece out of you. Okay? Could also be a relationship in which you lost somebody. Okay? Yeah. I think a lot of you Sagittarius also maybe opted to leave that relationship, or you were left, of course. There's only one other option, but the first thing in my head was you left somebody. You had to make a decision. You changed your mind about something. And even though it was hard, you still did it. The Jack of Diamonds. You've questioned your own value. Man, am I going to find something else? I mean, yeah, you have your ego part that you like to project. You know what I'm saying? And I get that part. But there's also this part. Once in a while, you know, you got to, like I always say with this Jack of Diamonds too, it always includes this. You have to sell yourself on yourself. If you're not convinced of yourself, how can you expect anybody else to be convinced of you? And then, of course, there's the Jack of Hearts. You know, the thing about, for some of you Sagittarius, is you dealt with somebody. And that whole relationship, that whole experience, it left a lot of questions for you. There's a lot of what ifs. And really what that's coming down to is, this is also the coffin card, okay? It's time to just, hey, fuck it. You gotta leave that shit behind. You know what I'm saying? This is the time of the new. I keep saying it. I'm gonna be on the mountaintop with the bullhorn. This is the time of the new, okay? It's time to leave that shit behind. Really, fuck it. It doesn't matter, Sag. Stop overthinking shit. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's about right now. It's about you. It's about right now. What you do from right now. Where are you going? That's what it's about. Yeah. Did I just say the coffin card? Look at that. 9 of Hearts. Loss of love. 7 of Clubs. Ongoing burdens and suffering. It could be. It could be. Doesn't mean that it is. Okay? But we need to upgrade our programming. Your computer needs an update. It's like your phone. It needs an update. You may need to shut it off and restart it again. Okay? You may have updates already in your queue. You need to shut it off, start it over again, so that way that them shits reboot. Something for you, Sag, has been chipping away at your self-worth, at your value, or you've allowed something to. Let me put it that way. That's the most accurate way I can put it for you. You have allowed something to chip away incrementally at your self, how you value yourself, you know, your self perspective, how you view yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's a quiet thing. It's a quiet thing. Nobody would ever know. Nobody would ever know. But you know, okay? You know, all right? You know. And you know what I'm talking about, okay? If this is relaying to you, you know what I'm talking about. This is not something that's really, this is like, shh, you know, you don't even want nobody to know. And that's fine. Nobody has to know this. This is not nobody's business. This has to do with you. All right? This is all you, baby. This is all you. Show me the forecast. Show me the forecast. Show me the forecast. There you are. I'll show you what I mean. The King of Spades to me also represents the Sagittarius. All right. All right. So what can you, Sagittarius, expect from this particular spring? Well, I tell you what. You know, they say spring is like a time of rebirth, right? This is where the phoenix rises, right? You are definitely being rebirthed, okay? Everybody watch the fuck out. The beast is unleashed, right? But you're still working on yourself as you're coming. So this spring is also about working and developing yourself in whatever ways that you need to, okay? For you, there's this. Got to construct. He's in his fucking wife beater, yo. Okay, that's under construction. But still, you're still gating, like you're still, yeah, it's still under construction, but you're still in effect though. I'm not saying you got to wait until it's ready. No, like you're under construction, but you're ready though. The rebirth is real. All right. The rebirth is real. I got to tell you this. All right. There's something that you've been. Well, this is the Jacob's Ladder card, right? This needs to be turned around. This needs to be turned around. And that's part of your work. That's what you're working on. Okay. That's what you're working on. Diamonds, value. All right. Once again, changing your self-concept, which is one of the most majorest things you can do. All right. Here is another one. This Joker is the Joker of major change. It's also a karmic shift. Things are going to be turning around for you, Saggy. Okay? Things are going to be turning around for you, Saggy. Everything's going to be changing. Major changes, bro. Major changes. Some of you are also going to be coming across a air sign, possibly Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For some of you out there, like I said, I feel like there's also some of you are going to be, there's either you're going to be making a friend that's an air sign or you're going to be having some relations. I feel like there's also a woman air sign coming, to be honest with you. I don't know who that's for. I don't judge, you know what I'm saying? But she's hot. She's hot. Okay, so the Ace of Diamonds. You know what this is telling me too? This is like what I left. I'm coming back for everything I done left and then some. I'm taking it all and then some. That's what this is, all right? But you have to be consistent with your work, Sag. You know, us Sagittarius sometimes can get distracted. You know what I mean? We can get distracted. Sagittarius in and of itself is kind of a frenetic energy, okay? We're more big picture. Most of us are more big picture oriented than always little tiny, encumbered in the little tiny details. And sometimes the devil is in the details. So just make sure you do your due diligence. All right. Look at that. And I see you actually doing that. See, look at that. Ace of Diamonds again for the Ace of Diamonds. All right. Four of Diamonds, the cornerstone. Just like you see the Masons, the cornerstone is always the first one that they put down. That's what they base everything on. This is the square that you're standing on, okay? You know what this is for you? This is clarity. I speak clarity to you and for you as far as what do I want and why do I want it? And then look the fuck out because the how is going to be made. That's not a problem. Listening to your intuition. Your ancestors will be guiding you heavy-devy on this shit, okay? Your guides, everyone's coming online because this is a very impactful, this is a very big time. This is the year of the Siete, okay? The year of the 7, okay? So this is a very major, major time. What's my time? Speaking of time, shit. Oh, wait. Queen of Hearts. Sagittarius, I speak to you today because you're going to be learning how to accept love in a whole new way. I don't care if you're a woman. I don't care if you're a man. You're going to be learning how to accept love today in a whole new way. Yeah. More air sign action coming, as well as fire sign actions. There's also some of you got some fire signs coming to you, possibly a Leo. All right. Leo, Aries, or a Sag, right? They could be younger than you. All right. New love. And also connecting with your passion. And Sag, there is something from your childhood, anywhere from 3 years old to 14 years old, that you were really, really into. It's going to play a significant part especially starting now. Like the stage was getting set, but now it's ready to bust onto the stage. It's going to play a significant part in your life in some form of fashion. So this is going back to that first work, that earliest time. You came into this world stocked with certain things, certain information from other times, other places, other phases. All right. Like I said, air signs coming, another air signs coming. Some of you are going to be helped out by an air sign man, possibly an Aquarius. All right. This is also someone's going to teach you structure, give you some game on some things. And this is, of course, youthful fire energy to me. All right. But this is also talking about the spiritual initiate, which is you. Followed that. I'm moving because I'm moving. All right. 7 of diamonds. This is actually you also like really learning like, fuck, like I'm a powerful motherfucker. Like I can really have what I want, you know? Like I really fucking actually deserve whatever it is that I choose. And I'm willing to show and prove that I deserve what I choose. In other words, I'm willing to behave like it. I'm willing to act like it. I'm willing to be that motherfucker that deserves it. I will convince myself, or not even convince, excuse me, show myself approved. Sometimes doing all this work and doing all this, you know, stuff behind whatever it is you say you want, it's not the actions and all that actually really do it. Yes, the actions ground your magic, but what they really do is they show and prove to you, because you've done shown and proved to yourself. And that's like the majorest hurdle that one has to get over a lot of times. Because other than that, you just simply won't believe it. You won't really truly accept it, like on a DNA level, which is where it needs to get in. Way up in that subconscious mind, you know? Again, yeah, you got some help. I feel like this is also like an ancestor, almost like a guide. It's going to be, some of you Sagittarius is going to be dealing with like a spiritual guide, although they look human, right? You won't know this till after your time with them is done, but you're going to be like, they're almost going to probably virtually vanish and disappear out of your life, or you'll never see them again. Or maybe it's somebody that you see at a particular place. Maybe you go to a certain, I don't know, certain coffee shop, or you shop at a certain place, or you do something certain. You always see this certain person. They give you something. They transmit something to you. They download something into you. And then when that's done, they're gone. That's what I got from this. Okay. It is going to get busy for you socially, business-wise, meetings, social gatherings, all that, getting out of your cave. Because life is about relationships. Number one, the relationship you have with yourself. Number two, your relationships with others. That is the next layer and level of growth. So you got to get out your little fucking comfort zone. All right. 5 of clubs. What is this? Crossroads. Yeah. This is also making up your mind about certain things. All right. Watch who you get into major arguments. Some of you said just need that. You need to watch out and be able to, hey, you know what? You don't gotta watch what bridges you burn, okay? Because some bridges you're gonna need to cross over again. It's just not wise. It's just not good. And finally, like I said, it seems like there's some new love. I already told you, you already had that Ace of Hearts coming up with, I think, this one, right? I feel like there's going to be someone that you have a very deep affection for. Deeper than you've been. Look at this shit. Again, is it dealing with an air sign or somebody with a lot of air sign in their charts or whatever? Or someone with a very motherly kind of, nurturing energy, also a sensual energy when you need it. All right. They're also going to help you see some things about yourself and heal some things, like maybe not even directly. Maybe just you dealing with them is going to illuminate certain things from your past that you weren't able to figure out. So in essence, thank you very much. This person's kind of like bringing you a piece of the puzzle. All right. Congratulations, Sag. High five. All right. So anyways, I'm out of here. Your psychic forecast for spring 2023. And we'll see you on the next video. Peace.